Adams Memorial Library, and today I'm going to be showing you how we're going to make our puzzle craft this summer. So I'm not going to actually hold up my puzzle just yet because I'm still working on it, and I'm going to show you exactly how I'm working on it in the video here in just a moment. But you are going to have this nice box that you can store your puzzle in, and we'll be decorating today as well. All of these materials, including the puzzle, the box, other things you will need, are in one of our to-go bags, which you can pick up here at the library. If you didn't get one of those to-go bags, that's fine. You can just get the materials that you'll need on your own. In that to-go bag is a little instruction sheet, so you can see there's a place for the puzzles that tells you the materials that you'll need, as well as step-by-step instructions. So if you want to do it with us today in the video, you can, or watch this video at any time, or if you want to follow the instructions in the guide, those are both options too. So with that said, let's get to puzzling. Okay, so today we're going to be making the puzzle. And as I mentioned earlier, if you have one of these to-go bags, these black bags, you're going to see that it comes with one of these instruction sheets with the materials you need. Basically, what you're going to need from our bag today is the little bag that has some yarn, foamy pieces in it. You will need that bag. You will need your box. Inside your box, if you open it up, you're going to find a pack of markers as well as scissors. And then you may not need the scissors today. I like to pull them out just in case. And then here's a little advice that I'm going to give you. Whatever you do, you want to make sure that you do not take your puzzle apart until you've designed it. So you want to keep the puzzle together. You see it should be pretty much together in your bag. If not, you might need to put a little pieces in place. But if you open up your bag, there's actually a little, I'm even going to flip my bag over because my puzzle's upside down here. If you open your bag, there's actually a little cardboard behind your puzzle. And you can see they do pop out a little easier. So when you pull your puzzle out, you want to make sure that it's still together. So if you need to press a little into place. And this is where I'm going to really stress the importance of a pencil. Because if you're like me, when I go to design something, it doesn't always come out the way I want it the first time. So you can draw very easily with these on the pencil. You might want to draw a little lighter. It makes it easier when you erase. If you draw a straight line or you draw something you don't quite like, you can always draw and then erase it. But on your sheet, there's an example picture up here. So in this puzzle, you can see the person did a variety of images. So they did a rainbow at the top, a teddy bear at the bottom, butterfly in the center. You can do multiple pictures on your puzzle, or you can just do one scenic picture. So today I'm going to show you one scenic picture I've done, and I'm going to grab that. I have to move it over carefully. So here's one, and I'm going to try to hold it up to the screen so you can see it. I really love dolphins and whales. So I chose to do mine as a dolphin island. You can see they easily pop apart. So you can see I've just kind of traced. I have two dolphins there on a dolphin island. I traced my pattern or what I wanted on here. And trust me, I definitely used my eraser. So if you draw something and it doesn't come out quite the way you wanted it, again, stress the importance of a pencil. So I did mine as one big scene. I decided to draw mine ahead of time. So that way I won't keep you here in the video for an hour now, but just for the length. So once you have your design drawn, and like I said, as you can see in my example here, I did one big scene. The example you see on the paper, they did multiple images. It's completely up to you what you want to add to your puzzle. You can add as much or as little. I will say that the more that you add might be a little nicer when you're trying to put your puzzle back together, because if you have one big blue square, sometimes it's hard. And you'll know if you've ever done a puzzle, when you get to those sections where it's all one color, sometimes they're a little bit harder to put together. But again, the more image you add, the easier it might make you to put your puzzle back together, but it's completely up to you. It is your puzzle. You can design it how you'd like. All right, so in that box, you also had some markers. You pull out your colors. Any marker will work. So even if you don't have this pack of markers, if you have markers at home, you can do crayon. It doesn't give quite as vibrant of color. Even if you do colored pencil, same thing. It will color on this material as it is just like a layer of thicker cardboard. but I prefer the markers because it gives it a more vibrant taste. So I'm just going to go ahead. Now that I have my design drawn, I'm going to shade in. And then one thing I want to point out that I've noticed when I've done these before, and as I'm doing it on this example, you're going to notice when you hit that little piece where the puzzle pieces connect, it's really easy to miss kind of right where the edge of that piece is. So you kind of want to color in dark around there so you don't have a bunch of white when you pull your pieces apart. You just want to make it a nice solid line. I'm going to add my coconuts at the top here. See, I've given myself some palm trees. I'm going to go yellow for the sand just to make it a little brighter. And this is again why I say it's always better to draw out your design first and then color. So then that way if you want to change anything or you draw something you don't like, again, where you're going to have to watch this right where you hit those edges of the puzzle pieces because the marker here likes to skip that part. So you got little white patches. So you want to make sure you fill in with that color nice and dark. If you want to do a mix of marker, colored pencil, or crayons, I mean, sometimes too, that'll give a nice effect because there's different. Again, I could always take some blue crayon and color in the motion down there at the bottom. I have a cloud that I drew here at the top that I'm going to outline in my black because I'm going to leave it that nice white color that's on my puzzle. I'm going to add in some sunshine. And again, for the sake of the time with this video, I'm just kind of going to shade it in there lightly. I'd always go back through and make it deep. But as you can see, here is my little Dolphin Island puzzle. So again, if you want to do a scene like this, you are more than welcome to add as much or as little detail as you want. Or again, if you prefer, like you can see in the picture here and there, they did different or multiple shapes, that's fine as well. Your puzzle, you design it however you like. But with that being said, we are now done with the puzzle piece. And I'm going to pull out our box. So you're going to see when you open your box, aside from the markers and the scissors that are in there, I'm going to open from the top. You're going to see some other things. You will need that glue stick in there. I'm just going to place the other things for aside for now because they're actually for other crafts that we'll be doing later this summer. But this is where you're going to store your puzzle. So once you take the pieces apart, you have this nice box to keep your puzzle. And then you can decorate the outside of the box as you like. I will tell you, if you want to close your box, do not decorate this piece unless you're just going to color on it with marker. But as far as attaching like the foamies that you're going to have in your bag, again, if you put foamies on here, it's going to make it really difficult to close your box. So decorate this away, but I would suggest using just marker on this. It's very much like the puzzle. So markers, crayons will work on this. You can label it my puzzle, however you want to do it. You also have these foamy pieces. I'm going to pull out here. I'm just going to write in big letters. You can do bubble letters. You can do all caps. You can do crazy font letters. I'm going to call it my puzzle. Dolphins, of course. And then draw little patterns on it, whether you want to do dots, change them into some type of flower. And your box, you give your design. If you want to use the foamy pieces, that's what they're in here for. So you're going to see it's combined with some other things. There is a pom-pom ball in here. So just save that because you will actually, should be two You will need that for another craft. But the foamy pieces are solely in there for you to use for this. There is a mixture. So you're going to see some are sticky already. So if they have this white backing on them, that's going to tell you it's sticky. You can just peel off the backing and stick it right on. If you don't see that white backing, if you've ever worked with foam pieces before, you know, these are the ones that you would have to use your glue stick to glue on. And again, if you're gluing them on, you want to give them a moment or two to dry. You can decorate all around your box. Again, you might just want to avoid this for the foamies, and you might want to avoid the bottom for the foamies just because it might make your box a little wonky. So those are just some things to watch for. But again, you can design your puzzle box however you'd like. And then once you have this designed, you can pull apart your puzzle, try to put your puzzle back together again, but you can store it in this nice little box. Thank you again, everyone, for joining me today to make your puzzle. So have fun puzzling. One thing I'd like to mention too before we go today, we are doing the mystery box raffles this summer as well. So for any of the programs that you attend here at the library, you will receive a little raffle ticket to win one of our mystery boxes. We have a mystery box for ages 6 and up and one for 6 and under. So every time you attend an event, you'll get a ticket to win one of those boxes. They are over a $200 value and they have really nice stuff inside. Just can't tell you what it is because I gotta keep it a mystery. But if you did our craft with us today, if you want to bring in your puzzle to show us or snap a picture of the puzzle that you made, make sure you bring it into the library, let us know, and that will get you a raffle ticket for one of our mystery prizes. So thank you again for joining me. I look forward to seeing you this summer at the library.